All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the drive-through. Special shout out today to Griffin Miller, recently a student finalist in the Montgomery photography competition. And I only knew that because I read about it in the Cincinnati Enquirer. Big news. Griffin, what was the name of your photo? Monday morning, that's right. The irony being I read about it on Monday evening. I want to see it. There was no pictures in the Enquirer, but I'm sure that would have been a lot of pictures. Okay, some absolute value graphs here. I highly recommend you learn how to use your graphing calculator to do these, but I will do these by hand. Here's A. Let's just plot some values, and let's make sure we plot some negatives, some positives, and some zeros. So how about like 6, 3, 0, -3, and 6. When we put in a 6, we get a 7. When we put in a 3, we get a 4. When we put in a 0, we get a 1. So far, pretty normal. When we put in a -3, we get a +2. When we put in a -6, we get a +5. So let's graph those and see what they look like. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 0, 1, so I can see that pattern. Sorry, 0, 1. Okay, and then -3, 2, -6, 5. So I got to see where it hits the axis. I think it's going to be at -1. -1 indeed gives me 0. So these absolute value graphs are often V's. And it is greater than or equal to. Okay, so it is going to be filled in. And then we have to shade. So we're going to shade above this, because it's greater than. So that's the answer to part A. Part B, x is greater than 2, okay? X is greater than 2. What's the line x equals 2 look like? Well, it's 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 3. Indeed, it is vertical. So x is greater than 2 is going to be a dashed line. And we're going to shade everything to the right of that. X is less than -1 is going to be a dashed line over here. And we're going to shade everything to the left of that. So our answer, you guys have a great day. I'll finish this up. Put it up. Is all of the values on the outside of those goalposts. Okay? Part C, y is greater than 5 but less than 7. So it's kind of the opposite of the last graph. And finally, the real tough one. Absolute value of x is less than 3. So I think for this one, I'm going to do some guess and checks. Okay? Y can be whatever we want. Let me do this one in blue. The absolute value of x is less than 3. X cannot be 3 because the absolute value of 3 is not less than 3. And it cannot be 4. So, some points that work. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 5, -2, 1, -2, 2. What about some points on the boundary lines? Okay, so we're looking at vertical lines here. And I know that this line at x equals positive 3 is going to be dashed. And I know that the line at x equals negative 3 is going to be dashed, because at that value it doesn't work. X is not less than 3 in that value. However, everywhere in this section, the absolute value of x is less than 3. And that's your answer. Okay? Test any point in here. It'll satisfy that. Test any point out here. It will not satisfy that. And that's how I feel good that I got it right. Boom!